Hey guys, it's Jordan. This is another Two Clutch Sports update, and I'm just gonna start out with this. Kevin Love, everybody knows him as a really great power forward, probably the best in the game. Maybe there's a debate between him and LaMarcus Aldridge, but there's this whole possibility of him getting traded to the Chicago Bulls. They're missing that piece. He's not particularly happy in Minnesota, but the thing I just read on a Facebook page called NBA Analysis where there are fans who are upset about Luol Deng getting traded for Kevin Love. I just have to call you people out. Are you stupid? Look, you wouldn't trade an all-star. Now, I understand he's an all-star. He's great. Luol Deng is really good. But he's an all-star reserve. He's not starting over LeBron James. He's not starting over Carmelo Anthony. He's probably not even starting over Rudy Gay. So to sit there and say that you wouldn't make a move like that, you've got to be out of your mind. What's wrong with you? Are you serious? Have you lost your mind? You can't be for real. You wouldn't take a guy who can beat you on the block, can step out and shoot the three, and is guaranteed almost like 25 and 30 a night for a dude who's, a borderline all-star every year. There's no guarantee Luol Deng's making the all-star reserves. There's not a single guarantee that he's making the all-star reserves, especially with all the talent in this league, considering that all he is just a jump shooter who plays some good defense. I wouldn't even put him. He's not even better than Meta World Peace or Ron Artest, whatever he wants to call himself now, how he was when he was with Houston. So, man, shut up forever. Stop talking. And then the other reasons why this trade makes sense is projected. It would probably go something like Luol Deng, Taj Gibson, and maybe the first round picks, the Charlotte picks that we were supposed to get in that Tyrus Thomas trade, which is I'm shocked that we drafted him, but that's a different story for a different day. But anyway, this wins for both teams because, of course, Kevin Love gets, to go to Chicago and play with Derrick Rose and chase a title. And the thing about it is, Chicago hasn't been the highest on everybody's, radar because, it's a little cold. But come on, that's the only gripe with the city. Everything else about Chicago is awesome. Chicago's just fun and, it's a great place to go. So it's not like you're getting moved from Miami to Utah. Nobody wants to go to Utah. Come on. No one. But you go to Miami, Chicago, okay. It's a little bit of a downgrade, but it's still pretty good. It's not like you're going, to Cleveland. Because, Kevin Love went to UCLA. He's from Los Angeles. He's a California kid. And now he's in Minnesota. Really? Really? It's cool that you're the number one pick, the number 4 pick or something, number 3 or 4 pick, and you getting to showcase your skills in the NBA. But nobody wants to go to Minnesota, man. Come on, what they got up there? The Mall of America? That's it? There's got to be more, something better than that. And then on top of that, when you look at Minnesota, Ricky Rubio becomes a star. You add a veteran forward who's going to give you good defense and 10 to 15 points a night in Luol Deng. You have Derek Williams, who finally gets to showcase the talent that has been bottled up on the bench because he doesn't have a position. You still have Pekovic, who's guaranteed a double-double. And all that really leaves for them to find is a shooting guard. And they'll have a legitimate team who could probably be like a 7th or 8th seed in the playoffs, or at least contend for a spot like that. Now, of course, you're still going to have to deal with the Rockets and the Thunder. And not the Thunder, but but the Rockets and Golden State and other teams of that nature. But they have a shot now with that presence. Also, they get Taj Gibson, who has been a great spark plug off the bench. Sorry about that. I'm going through allergies, so bear with me. But anyway, on the Chicago Bulls standpoint, as I said, yeah, they get Kevin Love, but people aren't realizing how dope this guy is. All right, Kevin Love is a power forward that can set out and shoot the three, beat you on the block, and has a nose for every rebound in the game. I'm a Chicago fan, all right? I got the cap on and everything, all right? That's my team, Chicago Bulls. When you have Derrick Rose, who's one of the most unguardable, just juggernaut forces in the league for a guy at his size, and Kevin Love on the same team, what this does is it drags a bunch of bodies, especially for teams like Miami who don't have a ton of big men. It drags them out of the paint. And Joakim Noah is not getting phased by Birdman Anderson. I'm sorry, it's not happening. And Kevin Love is gonna be basically just out there destroying cats because Chris Bosh is a finesse player, and LeBron's probably gonna have to guard Derrick Rose just because Wade probably can't do it, and and if I'm a Heat fan, I'm not trusting Chalmers or Cole to take care of Derrick Rose. That's just not gonna happen. So what this does is it allows Derrick Rose, to get by people and do that signature, layup stuff that he does in the paint with very little resistance. It also opens up cuts for everybody else, and Noah's points would probably spike from around 13 or 14 to probably like 16 or 17, just because of the fact that there's going to be like 0 people guarding the rim. But anyway, and sorry, this thing's got me just so angry that I'm I'm losing my head. But anyway, not only would they get all those rebounds, you have two. Speaking of the rebounds, you got two monster rebounding big men in Noah and Love, who are going to gobble up everything in there. And as long as the Bulls don't turn the ball over, Miami has no transition offense and is forced to beat you in a full court situation, which is not their forte. Their forte is being solid defensively, getting deflections and steals, and getting out on the break where those two athletes in LeBron and Wade are just going to, smoke everybody. So once that's done, it's over. There's not a team in the league that can stop that. And also, if you're Kevin Love, where are you going to go? Houston? Yeah, James Harden's good, but, James Harden over Derrick Rose? I don't think so. Because every other team's made their moves. The Lakers went out and got Dwight, even though there's some possibility of that happening. They're not going to take a Pau Gasol for Kevin Love trade, number one. Minnesota is. And, all these people who like to post, the Lakers are going to sign this guy, the Lakers are going to sign that. The Lakers can't sign everybody. They're over the cap. Stop it. Yeah, they're going to have the cap money come off the books like in the next 2 years, but they can't go out and sign everybody. It's just not possible. This isn't baseball where you have no salary cap and just the sky's the limit. New York made the move, got Melo. Miami has their big three. Brooklyn locked up Brook Lopez to that max extension, which is going to kill them as long as, also with the Chris Humphries and between Chris Humphries, Joe Johnson, D. Will, and, what's the other guy's name? Gerald Wallace. They don't have any money. So, where else? Like, is he going to go to the Bucks? The Thunder's small market. They don't have money. That's the exact reason why they traded James Harden. They don't want to pay that freight. The Clippers already have Blake Griffin. Memphis isn't a big market team. They can't afford him. So, that kind of only leaves Chicago left. And if that gets there, all Chicago fans can walk around the city and just smile. And at the end of the year in the NBA, all they have is 3 words: Larry O'Brien. Because that is going to be the most unstoppable duo probably since Pippen and Jordan. Just because. But anyway, those are my thoughts. I'm going to get out of here. I need to wash my face or something. But hit me up. I'm going to leave my Twitter in the link below. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.